came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, based on instrumental records. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream.
So I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the LeVar Ball situation. Maybe elaborate a little bit more in a direct sense as to why it is I support LeVar Ball. Black entrepreneurship is something that's so rare that when you see a black man who's willing to take on the status quo and stand out and to go up against the grain. I mean, we already have so much stacked against us from the time that we come into this world. For them to navigate themselves successfully to get to the point where they can begin to take on corporate America, it's something to be proud of. It's something to revel in. It's something to support. Mainly due to the fact that they have so many more miles to go, because once you become, you break those walls down, you then now have to deal with the leeches and the pitfalls that come with that success. So when I see someone like LeVar Ball and the example he's setting for his children, it makes me proud, because it also is so indicative to the importance of a strong black man and young black men's lives. You see, it all starts with LeVar, and it trickles down to his sons. He's trying to carve out a legacy for his kids that wasn't built on having to please everyone, while at the same time he's also setting an example, a positive example, mind you, for the black community. And this is the truth. And whether we want to really look at it that way or not, you have to at least acknowledge that what he's doing is marketing genius. You don't have to study econ and public relations to see a literal genius at work here. He knows that controversy is what's going to spark interest, and that interest is going to lead to people wanting to know and be drawn to seeing his son and to seeing interviews with him. In my prior video, I said I hadn't seen much about LeVar, but I went back and I did a little research, and I can honestly say that LeVar Ball actually kind of makes me laugh. He's actually very, very funny. I think there's a bit of comedic genius involved with a lot of things that he says. Now, you may say, hey, Quest, you might be pumping it up a little bit. I mean, I don't think he's all that funny, and I don't think he's all that smart. But there's one thing you can't deny. You're clicking on his videos. You're watching, you're tuning in. And that right there, he's doing no different than when we see guys on TV who have their own television series. Or, the ratchetness that we see with these real housewives of, like, whatever city they're in. These teen mom shows and all these different things. They tap into a pulse, a truth. Maybe not everybody wants to admit it, but it is what it is, because they wouldn't be here, they wouldn't be the success that they are without there being a subculture of individuals who think and believe like they believe and they conduct themselves. So to me, LeVar Ball, black entrepreneurship, it is so important that it needs to be promoted. And yeah, some people may be rubbed the wrong way with how he's going about it, but let's not kid ourselves. It's a ruthless game out there when it comes to making money. If you find me one millionaire or billionaire that didn't make his money without having to step over somebody, then man, I'll shut up. I'll stop doing videos. But the fact is that in corporate circles, you have to be ruthless. You have to be innovative. And my God, we need more Lavar balls. We need more black fathers out there who are willing to take on the status quo and carve out a path for not just his children, but his children's children. I commented about the financial freedom. Do you guys understand how important financial freedom is? Financial freedom allows you to not be shackled by any rules, especially the rules that are set in place to specifically handicap your people. See, I'm not saying that, when you have money, you can break the law. I'm not talking about that, those kind of rules. I'm talking about, being able to stand on a particular platform or speak on a particular subject. And when the people and the masses who are against what you're about to speak on, they can yell and scream to the lungs burst, but they won't affect your way of life. And they also won't affect what you say. They won't control your tone or your tenor. If we all had that vision, I know for me, I have that vision for myself. I want to, have my own one day. And, I'm not there yet, but I'm striving for it. And I commend black business owners and black entrepreneurs because they weren't afraid. They are not afraid to grind on their own time, to put in the blood, sweat, and tears that it takes to come out on the other end and say, I am not held down by any of whatever society tries to say obstacles that are in front of you, because I no longer need to go that route. I carved out my own path. I carved out my own escape route. I'm not going to take the one that you said that, here, follow the signs. No. Success is predicated all on how much fear you have. And what you allow fear to do. If you allow fear to hold you back, right? If you allow, I'm worried about what this man and the next man is going to say about me, you will never be successful. But to individuals like Lavar Ball and what he is trying to do, and the people who are like him, the black business owners, the black entrepreneurialists, to those people, they don't care. They live and feed off of that hatred and that projection of others' fears, because that's really what it comes down to. The criticism is basically a Freudian slip from the unsuccessful. Lavar Ball is doing the right thing, and that's what I put in the title of my last video on this. And I feel he's doing the right thing because I feel he's setting an example. He's setting an example, and he's trying, and maybe instead of listening to what he's saying, okay, look at what he's doing. Okay, let's look at the context of what he's doing. He's trying. What is his crime? He is trying to free his children from these invisible shackles that still exist. And you don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. And you can very well listen to this and say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. But trust me, there is something to this. We got to see the big picture. And that, to me, is what black entrepreneurship is. It's the big picture. It's your boy Quest X. I'm out. Peace.